Well, hello. Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Cheryl Abernathy, and I'm the owner of Elegant Sentiments, and this is our weekly card share number 4. So I'm glad that you are here. Let me move over to the comments so I can see if you're here, and if you would just pop a comment in there so I can know where you're from. Today, I am going to share a few updates of things that we have going on in the home office and, of course, with Elegant Sentiments. This is my current host code for the month of June. So if you plan to order from me, and I hope that you do, this is the host code that you would use for any order that's less than $150. If you order more than $150, don't use that code because we want you to get your full benefit. And you can order from me at elegantsentiments.com. Just click on shop and you can shop till your heart is content. And we've got some great things for you this month. If you've got a list of products that you are interested in purchasing and you just haven't gotten around to do it, well, now is a good time to buy those things if you've got a big list, because we have a starters kit special for the month of June from the 1st through the 30th. If you join my team, you can get $155 worth of products for just $99. That is a good deal. It really is. So if you're interested in that, just reach out to me. There's my contact information, and I would love to talk to you about that. Next, we have our designer series paper sale. I mentioned that to you last week, and I went through all of the different papers that are on sale there. I think there are a dozen or so. Not all of the papers that we have are on sale, but quite a few of them are, and they're 15% off. So you have until the end of the month to avail yourself of that. And then, of course, we have our June paper pumpkin kit. This is really a pretty kit. I'm excited to get it. It makes 9 cards, 3 of each design, 3 different designs, and it's got envelopes that coordinate with it. There's a Night of Navy ink spot, and then of course the stamp set, and then there's embellishments. And then this one also has dies that coordinate with it. I think there are 3 dies in the set, and you can get them if you place it on any order online until June 10th, I believe it is, or until they run out, whichever comes first. And then, of course, we have still have our confetti birthday kit out there if you are interested in our kit. So those are really all of the announcements that I had for today. So let's go ahead and get started looking at the products that we're going to use for today's share. Hi, Tisha, how are you? I'm glad you got to join. And my mom is here too. Hi, Mom. Okay, so we have the designer tags. Now, this product was in our catalog last year's catalog. But now, if you want this product, it's an online exclusive. The only way you can get it is to purchase it online. It's not in the catalog anymore. But we're going to be using this die from the designer tags dies. And then we're also going to be we're not going to use this stamp set, but we're going to use dies from the stamp set around the bin. These are all of the dies except for the one that we're going to use tonight. I'll show you that in a minute. And then we're also going to be using some Irresistible. What is this called? It is Hello Irresistible. This is our 6x6 DSP, and this is an online exclusive, so you can only get this. It's not in the catalog. You can only get it as an online purchase, and it's 48 sheets. There's 3 sheets of each design, and they're double-sided designs. So I'll show you these real quick because it's really pretty paper. And it's like there's a design on one side, and then like muted colors on the back side. Lots of leaves and flowers in this one. And there's more flowers. Another set of leaves. And the colors are just so soft and pretty. This is the pattern that we're going to use for today's card. And that's the back side of it. This is Pretty Peacock is back in our line, if you remember, or you may not. It was on our line a few years ago as an in color, and it went away, and now it is back as a returning favorite color in our regular color line. So those are the papers that are in the Irresistible Blooms. No, Hello Irresistible. And those are also on sale. So the card for today is a sympathy card. And let me see if I can bring this in a little bit closer. And the lighting, you can see just a little bit that there is embossing. The sentiment is embossed. And then we have silver foil as the background. We have our piece of DSP. And then this is the die cut from Around the Bend. And then I just die cut 3 of the butterflies from the designer tags die set. And then we have an envelope to coordinate with our card. This sentiment is actually, it's an older sentiment. It's not one that's on the line anymore. It actually was a host product. So if you ever, when you're looking in our catalog, we have special stamp sets for anyone that hosts parties with us. And of course, there's certain sales thresholds, but this was one of the products. I don't know, I guess it's been at least a year ago. I can't remember when it was, but this is actually the sentiment that I'm going to be using for today's card. So let's go ahead and get busy making it. I've done, of course, a lot of the pre-work, so this should go pretty quickly. We'll start with a piece of silver foil, and that's 4 1/8 by, let me move this camera back so you can see everything. Okay, so this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then we have a piece of the Hello Irresistible DSP, and that's 4 by 5 1/4. And then the Around the Bend, now this is a die cut, and it's on, this piece of paper is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And when you put the die on, you want to make sure that you've got some ends, some of the die hanging over the ends, because you want it to cut all the way through and just leave you with a piece like this. And so once you have that piece, then you can use your Versamark. I used silver embossing powder with this. So you take your embossing buddy and you'll get that powder down there. So you'll only get the ink, Versamark ink, where you want it. This is the Versamark ink that I used, and then the silver embossing powder to emboss that sentiment. So our embossing powders come in a set of 3 metallics, and this was one of the metallics. And so to make the card, after you've done your embossing, I just start with the top layer and then put your glue down. And you can do, I used a tape runner for this, but you can use glue or whatever adhesive is your favorite. And then it's just really simple to do. There's not a lot of lining up. I like that because all you have to do is get this in the corner and make sure that it's straight, and then put that down. And then we'll go ahead and put this onto the silver panel that we have here. And again, that measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I don't want to get my head in here. Let's see. I think it's pretty good for a beginner. And then we'll take a card base that I did not fold yet. So this is just card base. I need to, it's already scored at 4 1/4. And I'll smooth that out and burnish those edges a bit. And then check to make sure your card's opening the way you want it. And I like to do a dry fit with my eyes just to make sure that everything looks good. And then we'll go ahead and put this onto the card front. This one is an easy one to make. And I like to make sympathy cards and have them ready, because a lot of times when you actually need them, it's kind of hard to work on them, you know? So if you have some already just made and ready, it makes it easier all around. And this is an easy one that you can, you know, make 2 or 3 of these real quickly and have them already in your stash. So I die cut the 3 butterflies out of silver foil, and I'm going to use glue dots to adhere them to the front of the card. And then I bend them a little bit just to give them a little bit of dimension, and put that on there, and then just stick it on there. And then I give it another little pull on those wings. And I just do that for all 3 of them. The hardest part is finding these glue dots. They end up more on my fingers than where I'm wanting them to be. But I suppose everybody's not quite as. And then I want the butterflies flying in different directions. You can have them all flying the same way if you want, but I have them going in multiple directions, just to add a little interest, I think. And then we will, let's see. Thanks, Tisha. I like this paper too. I think it's pretty. Okay, so now that we have our butterflies on, the last thing that I did with this card, let me put it up here so you can see, is I added some irresistible, or not irresistible, I got irresistible in my head, iridescent pearls. And these have like they're iridescent. So they're very pretty. But these things are, okay, there we go. And then I just put one on to be the butterfly's head on each of the butterflies. And then, oops, his head's not down there. Get up there. There we go. And then I added a couple more just on the card itself. So we've got, there we go. And fluff them up. And then I just put 3 in between the butterflies, like that. You could put as many or as few as you like, but maybe we'll try. I'll put it there. And then the last one we'll put right here on the bottom. There you are. And that is today's card share. It's really an easy card for this. The you cut a strip of your DSP 2¼ by 6 inches, and then just trim it onto the flap, and you have a pretty coordinating envelope to match your card. So let me get this out of the way, and you can see our products for our card share for today without all of the extras. So I want to thank you so much for, let me move this out of my way. Thank you so much for stopping by again this week. I hope that you enjoyed the card, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic week. Live graciously, and we'll see you again. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Now, oh, one last thing. I always forget to say this. It's streaming across, but please, if you can, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right, now, bye. Have a great week.